Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live for the Mandem talk. You get me? We're here. Post-match Chelsea 3-point collectors in the building. Dunked on Chelsea's head. You know what I mean? They know who they are. They're Chelsea fans. You seen me yesterday, by the way. I went and found them as well. And they were all there in a little corner and that. Shout out to Carefree Lewis and them, man, there. But yeah, man. Got Traps in the building. Traps. What are you telling me, man? Listen, I'm coming for you today, you know. Scam me, yeah.
I'm ready. Saeed, I'm ready for you, man. I'm ready for you, man. You listen. Let me tell you something, yeah. I'm always ready. Some days I do have an off day, but I'm ready for you. Saeed, you see yesterday's performance. I knew you was gonna have something to say, yeah. But I'm ready for you, blood. Yep. I'm ready for you.
Cool.
I'm ready for you. But big up the chat, big up the Mandem. Let's get into it, man. We're here, man. We're here.
We're here. We're definitely here, man. Tyrone's in the building. What are you telling me, Tyrone, man? Everything blessed in the dunya.
Eric Tyne Hogg.
Wow, this guy. Look at this. Look at this, man. Look at this shamelessness.
Sometimes less is better. I'll wait for the show. Like the video, people. I told people to believe in my bold guy. Me and Rhino was, big up Leon as well, because Leon's
no. I don't be that guy, you know.
Don't get onto Leon. Wait, don't get onto Leon. No, Leon's being balanced. But me and Rhino have been telling you, sometimes the food, you have to cook it long time. You know what I'm saying? You start in the morning, eat in the afternoon, and yesterday we ate in the evening. So, Eric Tyne Hogg, man, I'm ready today. Traps, I'm ready, baby.
I'm waiting.
I'm waiting. I'll let Rhino tell him. Rhino, you give him the situation.
Listen, Ty. Obviously, you haven't been here for the last few. You haven't been here for the last few shows. You feel me? So.
Yo, I'm telling you.
I gave up, Ty. I gave up still. I gave up.
That's what I'm saying. What?
I'm on my ones.
You're on your one. No, Neji as well. Neji's here, but he might come in a little bit later. I think he's on his way. He might be on his way, but Neji should be able to drop in a little bit as well. But yeah, listen, we got Rhino in the building. Big up to Rhino.
That whole intro for Rhino to do me like that.
That's what I said to you, man. I said to you,
Thank you, man.
Tell him.
We're gonna talk about it, Ty. You're gonna understand. You're gonna understand.
Yeah. We got to make him understand, man. And then we got man like Leon in the building. Leon, Unleashed Sports. What are you telling me, man?
What's good, man? We're here. It's another Mandem talk. Obviously, Ty, listen, I'm kind of in the middle because I said till Christmas and it's not Christmas. So do you know what I mean? I could get a present or it could be a nightmare, innit? And also, yeah, Traps, don't worry about that. We're coming for you. We keep you accountable on this one here. So don't worry, Traps. You know
Who, me?
Sit back comfy in that seat about Amrabat and it's cool. And one of the messages I've got here, hopefully shows up today. See that? Naji's wanted.
Yeah.
Naji is wanted, people. Yeah. Okay. The posters have been handed out. Yeah, he's been ghosting. Do you know what? Shout out to Thingy who said it in the chat actually. Sunshine FC. Yeah. Who said Naji's missing 2 weeks in a row, bro. You better show up today, yeah, because we're gonna cook you, blood.
Well, talking of the guy, he's
Damn.
here. Let me just see this here.
Damn.
He's here. It's right there. He said you were wanted. They're saying that you're wanted.
Apparently I'm wanted, man, but like I told Leon, no one's in my DMs. People are shooks, man. Everyone knows what my DM is. Do you know what I mean? It's bad. How you getting on?
Yeah, man, we're blessed, man. We just literally started the show.
Can you hear me?
You get me? Yeah, we can hear you. Cutting out a little bit, though. You're cutting out a little bit, though. But big up to you. You're cutting out a little bit. You're cutting out a little bit.
4G. I've just got off the underground, but you saw Leon's little bomb message in the WhatsApp group chat about ducking. So I thought, you know what? Raggos, you'll see me on the train station. You'll see me in the barbershop. You can see him outside Euston Station. Yeah, if I'm wanted, come to Euston Station right now. Medea, dog.
Yeah.
Medea.
Dog.
Right, shout out to Ty, though. Big up Ty, man. Big up Rhino.
Come on, man.
Come
You know what I
on.
mean?
Come on.
Hey, Mandem, you know, so
Naji. We're the last two left, man. We're the last two standing.
What are you saying, Ty?
We're the last two standing, man. Me and you. Rhino ditched us, man. I didn't know.
Yeah, man. Lone soldier, what? Yeah. Me no beg, friend. Well, listen, Mandem, I'm going to try and find somewhere quiet and I'll come back in there because I don't want to ruin
Yeah, man. Bless you.
Have a
Come
great
on,
show,
man.
though. Big up in the comments as well, man. Make sure you go like the thing.
Big up, man. Listen, there's a lot to get into today, man. There's over 500 of yous already here. Make sure you smash the likes up. People want to speak about Hojlund, 75 million for 0 in 11 is not acceptable. We will talk about that. And there was a comment here before about basically saying that, you know, we're over gassing yesterday and it was Chelsea. Let me start off with you, Tyrone, because I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought that was one of our better performances in a while yesterday. But then again, I have to realize it is Chelsea, and I can't believe how bad they were yesterday. But we had to do what we had to do with them. Where are you looking at it yesterday? Do you get overgassed, or because I know, you know what I mean, let's rein it in a little bit, but do you get overgassed by that performance, or do you say to yourself, you know what? Let's just give the manager credit when we need to. Where you at?
There's a few things. So sorry, I take 3-4 minutes. I'll try and get through it. Big up the guys that are watching. I'm gonna come more on a positive flex today and I'm gonna keep it as what I think a buck. So first of all, right, is that we got battered by Newcastle. We got to take that into consideration. Players didn't perform, didn't put in a shift at all, got out battled, outworked for 90 minutes. One of our worst performances of the season. Scott McTominay comes out and the first thing I want to pinpoint is he does an interview after the game and he says, how did Ten Hag or what was the reason for the performance today? He said Ten Hag kept us fresh. Light training sessions to get us ready to go again. That is the big tick in the box for me because I know that this squad have been overworked. I've been telling you the last 3-4 shows I've been on, these guys are drained. These guys have had a long preseason. These guys were built up last year, carrying loads of little knocks and bits and bobs going into the rest of the season. So the fact that Erik Ten Hag reined it back and said, yo, let me keep you fresh. Let me do light training sessions. I'm going to first of all clap the manager for that because that's probably helped us in our performance yesterday. Now, yesterday, I thought it was one of our better performances of the season. I'm not going to go without saying Chelsea had moments on the counter-attack. Chelsea did, 100%. But that's what's going to happen when you're having a game where your team are going out for it, blow for blow. We went there in the first 20 minutes. We had 11 shots in the first 22 minutes. And for me, that was something that I haven't seen Manchester United do this season. I've been saying our attack's been poor. But yesterday, we could have had 3-4 in that first 20, 30 minutes. So the way the players bounced back and responded after that defeat against Newcastle, I've got to respect it because I've always said, I don't like this Ten Hag in, Ten Hag out thing, But if there was going to be a game that could make me see if I really, I'm behind this manager, it was that game. Now, when you want a manager out, one of the big things for me, players give up on the manager. Like when Ollie went when we lost to Watford, it was 4-1. We were just done. You could tell everyone checked out, and it was like, right, we all come on, or we're not on the stream then, but we all left that game thinking, Ollie's done. We're just waiting for it. Ten Hag, people have been calling him for him out. some people like me, do you know what? I'm still giving him time to fix it. And yesterday showed me why I'm giving him time to fix it, because them players are still working for him. Them players are still giving 110%. Whether it was Chelsea or not, we still have to go out there and beat who we need to beat. People complain, when you're beating a Bournemouth or a Wolves or whoever it is down in the lower half of the table. Oh, it's only Wolves, it's only them. It's like they can't be happy. So whoever you beat, you've got to beat. So I don't care if it was Chelsea. I don't care if it was Plymouth or Argyle. We've got to go out there and win. And this is a Chelsea team, right? I had someone yesterday on my stream and Never a Foul saying, oh, but no, we kind of like played into Chelsea's hands. I'm like, no, if you look at it, Chelsea have got a result Arsenal in the league. Arsenal normally dominate the ball against top teams, right? And they done that against Chelsea. You'd say they tried to. They weren't able to do that. Chelsea got a hold of the game and attacked them. Man City, a team that normally control the ball and dominate teams, they couldn't do that against Chelsea. They tried to do that. Chelsea outworked them. They had chances and Chelsea could have won that game. Drew 4-4. Manchester United, what do we try and do? We go 100 miles an hour yesterday, or say that 100 miles an hour for us this season. We got try and go blow for blow. We respond to the manager. Same tactics Arsenal tried doing. Same tactics Man City tried doing. And Chelsea didn't get no success against us, but they got success against them two teams. So let's respect it that, yes, Chelsea have not been performing the way they should be performing. And yeah, it might have been at the bridge when they played them two teams, but they've still got a decent enough squad. They've still got decent enough players on the break with pace to cause us problems. But Manchester United handled them yesterday. It was like year 9 versus year 11s. They had a few chances, but at the end of the day, we could have scored more goals yesterday. And if any Man United fans are disappointed with some of that performance yesterday, then they need to look at themselves, because that was the only way we needed to go out and bounce back for that manager. And that is the reason why I'm still supporting the manager. I'm not doing this Ten Hag in, Ten Hag out. I'm supporting the manager to turn it around. And yesterday, they gave me a reason to support that manager still, because they gave 100%. He dropped Marcus Rashford as well. And look, Garnacho, I'm hot and cold with him because I don't think he's as good as what everyone makes out. However, he's nailed down that spot at the moment. And Anthony, he played the front three that I wanted to. He played the right winger in Anthony that I don't think he's been great. I think he's been one of the poorest signings we've had, but he needed to play people that he trusted. And Anthony he bought in for 85 million. He trusts Anthony whether people like it or not. And he put in one of his better displays. So for me, I am happy with how we played yesterday. I think there are positives from it. What I want to see now is consistency. Can we go against the Bournemouth that have got 30 points in their last 18 and beat Bournemouth at home, the team they should be beating? I don't want to beat Chelsea, then we go and draw to Bournemouth, because then it's like one step forward, two steps back. But to respond the way we did after that Newcastle game, 100%, I am happy with that. And I'm not over-gassing it. I'm over happy with the win, because that could have been a disaster yesterday and everyone's saying, right, Ten Hag's finished. But no, them players still gave 100%. And I am happy, Saeed.
The Z goal say there, Chelsea in the crisis and they are still Poch in. Crazy. While we are 6 and Eric Ten Hag. There's context to it, my guy. You get me? My thing has always been about what direction we're going in, because if I said United will finish around about top 4 this season, everybody knows where United will finish. It's going to be in around that top 4. You know what I mean? Is that something that you go and overpraise? No. My reasoning why I'm Ten Hag out is because it's about the substance, it's about style, it's about the direction which Man United are going in. It's all well and good playing this game once a month, twice a month. This should be Man United every week, really. Let's be honest with you. Because at the end of the day, if you want to be a consistent team, Man United should be playing with that level of application. You know, and that's where my thing is. It's like we go on this little bit of run, then we have 2 or 3 games where it's crazy, and we go back into that crisis mode, and then it's always a case of we have to go and win that game to prove Ten Hag is a man. Like, why do we always have to prove that Ten Hag is a man? Why can't we just play football every week? You know what I mean? Is it hard to ask? You know what I mean? That's where my head's at. Is that every single time we have to have this conversation of, well, it's Ten Hag in and it's Ten Hag. All I wanted to see and where my judgment has been on is that can Man United have a baseline of consistency under Ten Hag? 1 minute it's this, 1 minute it's that. And that's where the fluctuation has come from with Ten Hag. I don't know if I'm lying or not. Or I get where Ty's coming from.
But let me ask you, Said, though, is it because if you look at our form, I think we've won 5 out of our last 7 league games. I know the Champions League we should have beat Galatasaray, but that's just one of them games. But you're saying consistency, winning 5 out of our last 7, drawing 1 and losing 1 to Newcastle. Wait. But I ain't even finished, bro. I'm saying to you, 5 in our last 7. 1 we lost to Newcastle and we drew 1. Consistency in results or consistency in performances? Because at the moment,
performances.
Because the performances lead to the results anyway. So
That's what I'm saying. I talked about sustainable football. United don't play sustainable football. We might go out like that yesterday, but who knows what's going to happen in Bournemouth? Who knows what's going to happen in Bayern Munich? Nobody knows. So that's where my kind of concern is about this Man United team. It's every single time it's like, well, he's showing it right now, but later on down the line, it's like, damn, what is this Man United team all about? Why is there no baseline 18 months in? Why is there not? That's where I'm like in my kind of head. But again, that's where you guys can tell me, well, it's different. Ten Hag.
You were there, Saeed. So weren't you happy with the performance yesterday and the way we played? You were there.
Of course. I was there and I was happy about the performance yesterday. I'm not complaining about yesterday. But I'm saying, why do we need to have isolated performances? Why can we not be consistent in the 18 months in? Do you
where I'm thinking in my head is no matter how we played then yesterday and how we would have won, people are always going to, like, that's the easy answer. Of course, they say, oh, are we going to get, because we know that. So at the end of the day, we've got to talk on the win yesterday, and obviously, hopefully we can kick on from that. But the way the players bounce back from the actual problem of the Newcastle game, I think I have to commend them. Of course, you're going to say, oh, can we do that consistency? Is there going to be performances? But that's, everyone would say that because that's how we feel as Man United fans, because we know we see us beat Chelsea and pop them, and then we might go and, we look at the performance against Newcastle. So that's the obvious. We know that. But we've got to respect what the players went out and done yesterday, and the fact that they're showing, despite all four of you, or actually three of you, apart from me and Leon on this side, not being Ten Hag out, you three want Ten Hag gone. But then players are still showing you guys who want him gone that they're still playing for this manager, that they still have belief in this manager.
I think it's hard to see. It's hard to see because, I was just going to say quickly, it's hard to see because the pattern of the last 5 to 10 years is the players always do this anyway, regardless. If you remove the manager from the position, they kind of always do the same thing. It always gets to the point where they need to win, and then they go and perform and win. But I can't see, like, are they playing for the manager? Like Scott McTominay come out and said yes, but he can't speak for the full collective. He can't speak for everybody. Do you know what I mean? Maybe Ten Hag's realised that the 11 he picked yesterday are the ones that are going to play for him, and some of the ones that are not playing are the ones that aren't going to play for him. We just don't know. But at the same time, I think, Mina just put an interesting comment in the chat. Let me just
Let me bring it back. Big up to Mina.
That was a good comment actually. And I wanted to just quickly say something.
Big up Mina. I hope she's well.
Big up Mina. Yeah,
big up Mina.
We're where we were last season, but this year it's a 10-hour crisis, and the last season it was trust the process. It's how you see it as a fan, because for me, I hold myself still. I hold Man United at high standards. I don't hold it to the standards of we should be winning the league and rare. But I just don't get fooled by what's going on in the table around me. Like, people go, oh yeah, we're only 3 points off City and blah, blah, blah. Remember when I used my analogy, was on here last week, I used it on Fearless stream as well, If you're running a 100-meter race, and you're racing someone like a Safa Powell or Justin Gatlin, and they run a 12-second race and they're a 10-second runner, and then you run a 12.5 and you're just behind them and you're like, oh, we're just behind them. No, they ran a bad race. Do you know what I mean? So I hold the club to a higher. Do you get what I'm saying? I hold the club to a higher standard, and I think that we'll see what happens from here. Let's see whether they can keep applying that. Really and truly, if we don't get a good start, let's see what these men are on. Because when they get a bad start and there's a goal or two that goes in, then let's really see what they're on all about. To be honest with you guys, I think Bournemouth's going to be a harder game than what that was last night. I think we played well.
Yeah. They're in good form.
Seen a Chelsea. I know you guys watched. Maybe you can give me a perspective. You watched it live, I've never seen a Chelsea team just keep giving us the ball over and over.
They were, but bro, they're poor. They were poor.
We dodged the bullet signing that kid.
And who locked them up?
Sassy.
Who locked them up? Who locked them up? Who locked them up? By the way, who locked them up? By the way, can anyone explain who locked up?
Me.
No. I want the guy next to you to tell people who locked them up.
Speak up, my brother. You got a lot to say. Speak up, my brother.
Apparently he's a scammer. Apparently he's a scam.
Apparently he's a scam. Apparently this is bro.
Talk to me, Chap. Talk to me, Chap.
Do you know what it is, yeah? Do you know what it is, yeah?
One sec.
Alhamdulillah. Talk to me, Chap.
No, you're going on like traps. I feel like you've been bumped by some Moroccans or something. Someone bumped you someone messaged you on Instagram, Moroccan, and bumped you or something. What's going on, man?
The taxi in Marrakesh, bro. The taxi in Marrakesh, yo. They bumped him.
Saeed, put up that comment.
Come on, Chaps.
Answer for his crimes. Answer for his crimes. He used to answer for his crimes.
I'm telling you. He used to answer for his crimes, bro. Listen, big up Lewis, by the way, for the rage.
Man, pipe down. First of all, Ty, is one of my favorite content creators. Don't get it twisted, You want to know something about him, You want to know something about Ty, his optimism is optimism on steroids, and I love it, yeah. Because at the end of the day, if you ever feel sorry for yourself, just listen to Ty. He'll make you feel better. I promise you. He will make you feel better, bro. But let me tell you the facts, yeah. I sat there and I slated this Chelsea team. I slated them. I said, these men are absolute scrubs. Billions spent, yeah. These men are playing championship manager. That project over there isn't fit for championship manager, bro, let alone the Premier League. And I stand by it and I stuck by it. And I've sat there and I've watched them game after game after game embarrass themselves. Yeah, them men are scrubs. They are by... Because you know what was funny as well? Shout out to Joey Knight as well, yeah. Joey Knight was trying to do this thing where he was trying to compare, oh, we spent $1 billion, but we're in a better place than Man United. No, you fucking ain't, mate. No, you fucking ain't, bro. Because you haven't been above us since you spent that money, for one. And for two, you lot play the worst football I have seen. I don't know how you got these draws against Man City and whatnot. What I watched last night, you know what? When they scored, I was disgusted. I was like, how have you let these scrubs score against you? They are disgraceful, bro.
It was a good goal, though.
They are
good goal. But Lindelof backed off, man. Lindelof, absolute. Listen, told people about that guy.
Them man was talking about better position. They're in a better position. What position was you talking? Because what I saw last night, that was just missionary last night, boy.
Yeah, but still, though, you still got to give him credit, though. You still got to take that word. That's Amrabat.
So listen,
can you please give him credit? I don't want to hear waffling now. Give him credit. Give him credit.
So I say that to say this. If you think I am going to judge Amrabat off of this performance,
no. We can't do this. No.
Let me tell you. I will come on here and I will apologize and I will say, you know what, Amrabat, I wasn't familiar with your game. I must apologize. When I see 3 consistent performances, so that's Bournemouth now, and who's after that?
Liverpool, I think. Liverpool. I'm buying as well.
I said the same thing about Harry Maguire. All this praise about these men. Let's talk about these men after the derby. Couldn't have no chat after the derby. Their man was a disgrace. So now he's got. Here you go. There's your challenge. Yeah. There's your challenge, Mr. Morocco 2023. Yeah. Go and have 3 consistent good games, and then we'll talk about it. Because I don't know what you lot are doing here. This Chelsea team is bad, bro.
Wait.
Bad.
Can I just say something?
Can I ask you something quick?
Galatasaray.
Enzo Fernandez.
Chaps, hear me though. Amrabat did not start against Newcastle, right? Yeah. When we played the game before that, it was the Galatasaray game. We're 3-1 up, in control, big Champions League tie away from home, right? And he takes Amrabat off, which I came on with Saeed and I said he should not have taken Amrabat off. He should have played Kobe and Amrabat together and secured it. Amrabat goes off. We concede 2 goals and draw 3-1. I'm not saying it's all on Amrabat. I'm on about the base. But hear me. I'm on about the basics he gives us in terms of breaking up play, intercepting, and keeping it simple. Facts. We don't have enough midfielders that do that. And yesterday, first half, he wasn't that great. But what I saw from him is he grew into the game. He was doing them basic
Chelsea, bro.
It doesn't matter, bro, because this is what I say to you. Whoever we play, people moan about, bro.
You see the Galatasaray? You see the Galatasaray game? See the Galatasaray game?
The same Chelsea that drew against City, drew against Arsenal. But
you can't do that,
anyone. Bro, they've still got a midfield of Casado. They've still got a midfield. They've still got a midfield of Casado and Enzo. It's got Cole Palmer, Sterling, and they've still got some good players in there. At the end of the day, Amrabat grew into the game. And if you have an agenda against Amrabat and you don't like him, cool. I can hear it. Bro, hear it. Bro, listen. If you have an agenda against Amrabat and you don't like him, cool. I don't mind that. But if you can hold your head high and say, yo, do you know what? He done his thing. I'll respect that. That's all you need to do. Because he done his thing in the second half.
Ty, can I just add to that? And this will go back to Traps.
I don't need seasoning, Leon.
Ty, let me just, and I'll go back to Traps in it because I want to ask Traps a question, yeah? Do you feel like you're being a bit unfair because he hasn't really had a run? Because remember what I said last week, yeah? I'm an old school baller watcher where I let guys have like 5-10 games before I can judge, 15 games, whatever. Do you feel like he's not really had a run? Because really, how many games, Mandem, has he played in a row? I don't think he's played more than like 1 or 2 games in a row in it. So do you think he's been a bit harsh?
He done an interview last night after the game. He said, "I come here and I've played."
Yeah. So do you feel like you've judged him a bit too soon, Traps, or are you just like, no, from what I've seen? Because really, he's not had a run, bro. Look what he came in at the end of the season.
I'm saying to him, Leon, if he passed more than no matter what, if he played good, he doesn't like him.
Yeah. So what you saying?
Listen, this is what makes me laugh, right? Yeah, because everyone has their own point of view, and that's fine. Yeah, and I'm gonna have my point of view, and I'm telling you now, yeah, as much as you lot optimistic and whatnot. It's fine, but I'm telling you now, look, Nobody in the beginning. I look at things in a different way to people, right? And when Amrabat's name came about, even if you type his highlights in right now, all you see he's doing is ducking down Mbappe. He's done nothing in his career to suggest that this man is capable of holding down a consistent place at Manchester United. So all I'm going on is what I've seen now. Yes, I've seen him play out of position. Yes, I've not seen him play consistently. But for me, do I honestly believe that Amrabat is the future of our midfield? I don't fucking think so.
No one said that. No one said that. No one said that. No one said that.
No, but listen, let me finish. All right, cool. So if no one's saying that, we're meant to be in some kind of rebuild process. What the fuck is this guy doing here, bro? What's he doing here?
A loan deal. It's a loan
for now, isn't it? For now.
Loan deal.
What are you saying, man? In a Man United team that's building towards going back to top 4 and a bit higher, not the top Man United team that win in the leagues, you don't think he can be a squad player,
man?
And
squad
also,
player.
So
Mika in the comments because Mika said in the comments, the same logic with Donny. I don't judge Donny because he don't get played long enough, bro. So do you know what I mean?
So bearing in mind, do you know what makes me? So bearing in mind, you man was on. Well, not I don't know, but some of you was on this. He's gonna transform the midfield.
No, don't put me in that.
What? So
no, I thought that. I can't lie. I thought that too. I thought that as well.
I'll keep it 100. I did. But the manager ain't really used him like that.
Cool.
And he needs time. He needs time.
All right, no. So cool. So you've gone from transforming the midfield to a squad player. That's it. That's
no. You're saying in the long term. You're long term.
Listen, yes, Amrabat had a good game yesterday. A good half yesterday. But for me, Chelsea are scrubs. I need to see more. How about that?
All right, one second. By the way, there's a couple of super chats I want to read out. Knowledge says, Saeed Wagwan, big up to the Mandem. I'm in the office today. End of year projects due, but still want to support the Mandem. Like the stream and show love. I'll catch you on a replay. Big up to the Knowledge. Here, big up to you, man. Tariq said, desperation, crackhead football, not sustainable, equals not sustainable. We'll talk about that as well. And then big up Saeed. What is Amrabat doing on the stream? Oh, big up, man. And we got Musa in the building. Musa's here. He's ready to load in.
Come on.
It's long day for you like now. Yeah, I mean, it's long day for you like now.
What's going on?
You know what's bad, No, but the thing is, what I want to say is, I'll give credit to Ten Hag for the football we played yesterday. But my thing is,
sorry to
we're
cut in,
always...
but that comment was mad. What's a depression crackhead football, man? That's dumb, yeah.
Bro, Tariq don't mess around, man. And also people saying about Onana, where's the Onana slander? He's had a good game yesterday. But listen, we'll get into that. But you know, Mandem, like when people say the football is not sustainable, have people got a leg to stand on though? And I come up to you on that one, the Rhino. Like, do you think the football is sustainable with what we're doing right now? Like, can Ten Hag find a balance here, or is he going to bring Rashford back into it? Because I felt like the wingers were winging yesterday. We actually had two wingers that were actually winging yesterday. Let's be real. They did what they had to 100%. Do. Obviously, the quality weren't there, but they did what they had to do, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even to give Ty a bit of a backstory, my dog, it's still my dog, but the reason why I kind of gave up on Ten Hag was the whole fact that he's not making the basics, and if he starts to do the basics, then my mind will change. I have said it openly, like, if he can continuously, like Said said, drop Rashford, play the players that are playing for him. Because one thing I can say about yesterday is they played for the badge. You can see that. And I'm going to give him his props. He got it right. He picked the right players tactically. And I want to even talk about this whole Chelsea thing. I don't want to hear this whole Chelsea. I can't lie. Everyone thought Chelsea was going to win. We can't now say they're scrubs or they're dead. They've been playing well. They've been playing well against big six teams.
Saeed didn't think
no, I'm just saying in general. I'm saying in general. Yeah. But Chelsea have been playing well against big six teams. They've actually been playing ball. Sterling's been turning up. Palmer's been turning up. They've been playing ball. But that's why I came to this game not confident. I said, you know what? Chelsea are going to win, man. I can't see this. A lot of my friends are like, trust me now, when we play Chelsea, it's different. But Ten Hag got it right. He got it right. He locked up their midfield. It wasn't just... No, listen. Let's be real.
Time coming, my friend. Your time's coming.
Watch. Let me say something that from my personal perspective, if the man then went pressing like that, Chelsea would have had more opportunities. Whether they finished it or not, fair enough. Mudryk had a sitter. He could have scored. I think Sterling Jackson had a good chance as well. If we weren't pressing as much as we were pressing, Chelsea would have had more chances and maybe might have scored more goals. So let's be real. The way they Mandem were pressing, the way they were setting up traps, it was working. The wingers were doing their job. I was proud of Garnacho. No, I'm just talking. I'm just saying my perspective, innit? I'm saying my perspective. So obviously, even when it comes to Garnacho, yes, his final decisions weren't too good, but he played as a good winger. He was putting the balls in the box. He was cutting back. He was beating his man. He sat Reece James on his ass. I was like, yeah, say no more, cool. But I just want to see this against Bournemouth. I want to see this against Bayern. I want to see a consistent play. Then I can switch around. If the fact that I don't have faith that against Bournemouth we're going to play this football, this shows where we're at, bro. So that's why I can't trust Ten Hag yet. If he goes back and puts Rashford on, because he did this before. Anthony played well, then the next game he played Rashford. Why?
Yeah, that's a
so
good point.
If he plays this same 11, I can now give him something consistent. Okay. If they now play for him again, another point added to the point. And then I can say, you know what,
Rhino, would you play the same 11?
Yeah, same 11. I think the only I'll change Lindelof. I'll change Lindelof.
Yeah, that's
regular left back.
Yeah, Lindelof needs to go. Lindelof needs to go still. I can't lie. Cool. But other than that, that's where I'm at still, Mandem. That's where I'm at, innit? You feel me?
Also, you don't think differently. You think differently about the game. I heard you disagree with that.
I feel like if we play how we played yesterday against Bayern Munich, we lose because they finish their chances. Harry Kane finishes every single chance they have, and they create more. I don't feel like yesterday's performance was a performance that beats a top 6 side because we beat Chelsea.
Musa, can I add context to that quickly? Yeah.
No, but
I mean, as in work ethic. Work ethic.
No, the work ethic. This is what I'm trying to say. So we've got, and I agree with you. That's the minimum that they can give. But even that's not enough for us to get away wins. Yesterday's work ethic. You need to add quality to it. Like Hojlund,
100%.
We spoke about it, and I think Nazi was one of the guys that said that we needed 2 strikers, that Hojlund couldn't just come in and lead the line on his own. We know Martial's got problems. So I'm just so I'm looking at if we do what we done yesterday, do we beat a top 6 team away from home? I don't know about that. Yesterday we was at home, and if it was a top 6 side, they would have scored those chances that Chelsea missed. And we would have left there thinking, cool, we put up a fight, but we lost 3-2. Yeah. And we would have said, but at least we put up a fight. But it's not enough. It's not enough for us to just be putting up fights. It's not enough for us to just be that the bare minimum now has become the criteria. And I've told you from the beginning, I want Erik Ten Hag to succeed. And one of the things that I've rated him for, and I said it yesterday in the group, is that I'm rating that he's consistent on his 4-3-3. He's going to die on that sword. He's not doing this pivot thing with 2 man. And he's basically saying everything that McTominay is doing is what I want Mason Mount to do, because I think he can score the goals that McTominay is scoring and also give us more. That's what he sees, and that's his idea and plans. Cool, I get it. But at the same time, I'm just looking at where we are. I'm looking at the football that we done yesterday and just thinking, Bayern Munich are going to slap us over if we turn up and do what we done yesterday and give them type of chances that they had. They didn't even just have they had sitters to finish it off. Do you know what I'm saying? And Harry Kane's not going to play games with those sitters. He's going to put them away. So as far as I see it, Manchester United can put in a performance like they did against Chelsea and still go and lose to Bournemouth. And none of us will be surprised. None of us. So for me, again, I'm just looking at Erik Ten Hag and I'm like, you're my fighter in the ring, like I told you guys, and I want to throw in the towel for you. But can you go and land a knockout blow and just prove me wrong? Can you just go and land that knockout? He's not getting sacked. It looks like the club's going to stick with him. So I'm just going to wait to see if he can, I don't know, just surprise us. But again, something doesn't sit right with me with the Varane thing. He is the best defender in the club, guys. He is the best defender we've got. Something doesn't sit right with the Varane thing. I get the Sancho thing. Cool. But this Varane thing, I think we're overlooking it too easily. Like, cool. We're just going to play Lindelof and Maguire and start and forgetting Varane exists. Let's sell Varane.
Theory,
and people are out here talking about, let's just sell Varane. Let's just get rid of him and go on. As if the options we have are really like, if these men go back.
Just so you know, though, he was actually out injured yesterday again with a sore back.
I don't believe that.
Okay, fair. I didn't know if you knew.
Yeah, I don't believe that. So yeah, I saw that. Just don't believe that. I just feel like he knew again he was going to warm the bench. And he just because them man go and tell their physios whatever.
Night off.
Yeah, it took a night off. So night off. It's long. What am I going to warm the bench for again? And I'm just looking at Erik ten Hag and I'm thinking, cool, I get what you're trying to do. But then again, I look at McTominay and I look at Maguire and I look at the players that he was trying to sell. And I'm thinking, why is he making them such a pivotal like part of his, his first 11? Like, what isn't there more that he can offer this team right now with his selection? So I don't know, man. Because again, I would have started Maino and Amrabat. I would have started it. People say, well, McTominay scored. What people are missing out is that
he's getting the goals, and I think that's what Ten Hag.
But do you know why though? Do you know why though, Saeed? Do you know why he's getting the goals? Yeah, because we're set up for that late arrival of a midfielder to score goals. That's why Bruno was so prolific. We're not set up for a striker to score. So whoever arrives late in the box has opportunities, and that's why Bruno's always been so prolific in this team because it's never set up for the strikers. So that's what I'm saying. Whether it's McTominay.
Do you know why that's a sick point, Musa? Yeah, because I was debating this with my other boys in a United group chat today. And with McTominay, why he's so successful with these third man runs is because we're going to get into Hojlund, I know, but people are saying, it's Hojlund, should we be worried about him? My answer is going to be no, but I'll talk about that later. But it's the way our wingers play, Musa. It's the fact that you've got Garnacho who doesn't really deliver first time. So when Hojlund's always making these near post runs and like darting across, it's like he makes the run, but Garnacho will maybe cut in and then he'll play the pass. Hojlund's run's done by then. Anthony, the same, cutting on his left foot. I mean, it delays that pass. And then that's why when you're delaying, you've then got McTominay who's actually arriving on time because he's got that 2-3 seconds. So I completely agree with you. I'm going to link that to Hojlund later, but great point, Musa.
Yo, Ty, that's such a banging point, Sorry, Miss, before you come back in. That's the golden point. How many goals do you see United score? When you see I know it's a bit of a mad example. You see other leagues where you see who's a team that does it in the Prem quite a bit? Tottenham do it quite a bit, actually. Tottenham where they cross it early and then the striker's one-on-one with the keeper. It does not happen in our team. By the time the guys are crossing it, they're trying to get a low ball to beat the man that's already at the near post, and then there's another guy behind him. It's a waste, isn't it?
Yeah. So, and that's why I think that if it's not McTominay, it's going to be Bruno that scores those goals. I just feel like you can win differently.
He's a top scorer.
Listen, I'll be real with you, I'll be real with you, You see, like yesterday, I said to you lot in the chat, Hojlund just needs to work on his positioning. It's nothing about once he works on his positioning, he'll be fine. Because if you watch
I don't agree with that.
No, I don't.
I do.
It's a graveyard shift. It's a graveyard shift.
Service is dead.
Hold on a minute. No, but I feel like his movement needs to be better. He needs to be better movement.
Go and watch that. Watch the header last night. Watch the header. If you see his movement, he moves in. And he's just ahead of the play, but he needs to move in time, Scott McTominay's on time and just beats him to the punch.
Scott McTominay's movement's crazy.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Scott McTominay, we've been slating Scott McTominay for years. But here's the thing: Scott McTominay has got no defensive mind in his head. There's no defensive bone in his body right now. He's given away about 4 penalties in 12 months. He's not a 6. He's not an 8. He's like a 9.5. And we can see this, but that's what I'm saying. Scott McTominay knows what he's doing.
Man said 9.5.
That's a good explanation, though.
Scott McTominay knows what he's doing.
It's a good explanation.
But you can't score this amount of goals, this many goals, and not know what you're doing in the box. Scott McTominay, whether you like it or not, he's on form and he knows what he's doing in the box. And realistically, Hojlund needs to learn off of him, bro.
It's a bit harsh, though, bro. It's a bit harsh. I'll be real. Hey, do you want to do super chats?
I'm going to get some super chats. Let me just get some super chats here. They've got this guy waffling here saying, give credit where it's due, you clowns. Don't be negative for views and clicks grow up. Well, if you watch the whole podcast, mate, you'd find out that we'll give a balanced view on this podcast. You know what I mean? Not everybody's negative on it. Some of us might be saying, critiquing the manager, but some of us are positive. So listen, I don't know if you've just watched the show right now, but none of it's for clicks, mate. You know what I'm trying to say? So you can do one there, mate. And Knowledge says 250 likes and over 1K. You here watching, pause the show until they pay rent, like the stream. People, it takes 1 second. Support side. 1.2K in here. Get them likes up. If you're watching the show, I don't know why you don't like the video. It's as simple as that, man. Unless you're a hater like my man there, Joel. Joel says, big up Saeed. Traps unleash on wasteman Ten Hag. Ibn Maga says, what's the difference between Ten Hag is doing and what Ollie's doing? 1 week it's another loss. 1 week is another loss. 1 week a slap in here and the same thing. And Craig says, big up Craig says, player power will always win as costs less to get rid of the manager. Rashford out. I mean, yeah, we will talk about that one. So let's get into Hojlund then. Let's get into Hojlund. What does he need to do better? We need to have some sort of. We don't want to bash the kid because he's only a kid, right? What does he need to do better? Because I feel like for me, yeah, he just his. I watched him yesterday, yeah, and I was just watching his runs because sometimes, yeah, the game, even though the game was mad, I was looking like, why did not pass it to Hojlund? But what he does is he stays in just on the edge of the box, yeah, and then his runs are so late. He doesn't time the runs well. There was a cross, yeah, was it from Garnacho? And then he missed it. He was like a millimeter off. I'm just like, when that ball goes in, you got to be anticipating it. You got to smell blood. You've got to look at it, think, yo, I know that ball's coming in, right? Deliver. But maybe he's looking at it thinking, these guys just love to drag back, and then you know what I mean, Bruno's on the edge of the box and shoot. Maybe they want to pass to Bruno. Maybe they want to pass to McTominay. I don't know what it is, yeah. But I feel like with Hojlund, just trust yourself.
He's had a lot of them. You know when them crosses come across the box side, he's probably had about 7 or 8 of them. He's just missed, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what's happened though, guys?
Earlier.
What's happened is, guys, he's tried it in the first half of the season, or we're still in the first half, or the first couple of games, and it hasn't happened. And as a striker, when you're not scoring, you start doubting or trying new things, and that's all that's happening. Because we saw him at the start of the season, and he was actually making the right runs in the box. But now he's gone so long without scoring a goal. He's thinking, I've got to change up. Maybe I've got to come deep. And then when he comes deep, then man are actually going forward and putting the ball in. So I just feel like it's not that he's not capable of it. It's just there's a bit of confusion going on to the lack of like yesterday was the first time we saw the left-sided attack, or with the wing-backs playing together and the right side playing together. We didn't see that before. So now there's new little patterns that are kind of forming. It's just going to take time for him to actually get used to it. But I just feel like, again, with Erik ten Hag, I just feel like some of these players have a ceiling, and if you don't change it, the midfield's still a problem. That's all I know, man. The midfield's a problem. I don't care about beating Chelsea 2-1 at home and running around and all of that. The midfield's a problem because we could have easily lost that game.
Yeah, exactly. You know what, Musa? I think with Hojlund as well, I think when you're a new striker, you come to the Premier League, and bearing in mind, like, you man, like, who are saying, like, Traps, you know what, Traps? He does need to work on his game, but you are being harsh because he's only been here 5 minutes, bro. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day,
why does everyone keep saying I'm being harsh, bro? I'm not being harsh. This is not.
Because you got to look at what is coming into. So at the end of the day, if a player like Hojlund comes into a club who's already got an established striker that's maybe just tipped over the point of his peak, and you can learn off that guy and start to take over his position, maybe getting 20 minutes at the end of the game, maybe getting played in the cup games, maybe getting a little bit more bedded in, What was our club like in the summer? We're screaming out for a striker, and we put it all on this 20-year-old's head to solve the problem.
I did warn everyone, though. I did warn everyone. I said, yo, I watched him at Atalanta. He was never the guy, man. Exactly. He was never the guy.
Listen, do you know what's mad? Listen, do you know what's mad? Listen,
striker.
At the end of the day, look, he's 20 years of age, and I've said this to you before. He's 20 years old. They've paid. Atlanta paid a lot of money for him. He's their 4th highest transfer. So he's someone. I wouldn't call him a wonder kid, but he's in amongst it. He's known.
He's got good potential.
He's known for his footballing ability, right? So he's come here now. He's now coming. He's shown the right attitude. He even sacked his agents to get here. So he's not out here asking for time, you know. He's not out here saying, "Oh, I need time."
That's not the point, though. That's not the point.
Listen. He's not out here trying to ask him for time. And I'm just saying, his movement needs to be better. I'm not saying he's shit. Ask Saeed. I've got a bet on with Big Steve. If he don't score 20 goals in all competitions, because I've seen enough from Amrabat. From Hojlund. I've seen enough from Hojlund, to see that he can score goals. I know he can score goals. That's the fact.
Yeah,
he scored 5 in the Champions League. He could score goals, and all he needs to do is maybe not overthink it. Time his runs a bit better, and the goals will come. And I said it to you yesterday in the group chat, like. Once he works his positioning, the goals will come. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, I'm sure of that as well.
But also, sadly, our strikers don't get the type of goals that you're going to get at Liverpool and City. Those cutbacks, and it's just, and you get shot on goal. Like you're going to get 2 shots on goal, and you better take one. That's us. Them man are getting 5 shots on goal a game.
And Musa, to carry on what you're saying, you know when McTominay had that chance to score a hat-trick, a normal team would have laid it off to Hojlund to make it easier. You know that this team don't make it easy to score.
Yeah.
That's one thing that United don't do.
Do you know what I think?
Bruno? No, hold on a minute. Bruno gave Rashford the penalty last week. I know he was going through some different. He should have gave it to Hojlund. You know,
Hojlund. Yeah.
Let's be honest. He should have given the penalty to Hojlund.
Saeed, you know what it is as well, yeah? You know, playing with Bruno and players like that, yeah? How confident do you feel that he's like when Bruno gets the ball and you're a striker, like put yourselves in Hojlund's shoes, yeah? Are you confidently going to go, if I make that
Mandem, quickly, yeah? Why do people do this, like, to get to a train first? Like, there's no seats.
Yeah, I know. Always like that, man.
Every time, man.
I'm one of them.
Quickly,
Bro.
finish my point.
Listen.
So, like,
Listen.
with Bruno, yeah. Let's just say you're playing with a player like Bruno, or you're playing with the right. You're playing. This guy's a madman.
He's a fucking madman.
Playing with the right.
Listen, you see in the hood, see where we come from. When we see black man running, you better start running. Where we come from, when black man start running, you better run. Don't ask questions. Just run.
Yeah, no, on the number 10 point, or the creators in the team, let's just not put it on one guy, yeah? If you're Hojlund and you're going through on goal, or you're going to make an attacking run or something, you don't even know if somebody like Bruno is going to pass you the ball. You don't know what he's going to do. Do you know what I mean? You don't know if he's going to shoot from 40 yards. You don't know if he's going to try and chip it in. You don't know if he's going to go to the back post or anything like that. So I think at the end of the day, there's a balance between Hojlund needs to work on his game, but because we don't have a consistent pattern of play in the way that we attack, and there's no default to our player in that aspect as well. Yeah, he doesn't really know what's going on sometimes. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like as well. Yeah. He's not being as managed as well. I feel like he could have played on the right a few times this season.
100%. This I was going to say. 100%. 100%. Play him on the right. He played at Atalanta. Play him on the right. Let him feel. Because you know why? There's pace.
Can he cross in that though?
But he played at Atalanta, man. Come on, man. He played at Atalanta, man.
But when you've got strength and a bit of balance, strength and balance, you can dip round a man and then get this.
He's got more space. He's got more time on the ball. He can let his shot off. He's got a good left foot. He'll do good on the right. Cutting and shoot, man. He's got a good left foot.
Better than Anthony.
Let me tell you something. Hold on a minute. No, but let me tell you something, yeah. You know Sancho, yeah, last 2 years, yeah. Have you noticed, yeah, when he makes an assist, yeah, it's on a plate for you, you know? I don't know if
it's on a plate.
On a plate. Guys, it's on a plate.
It's on a plate.
In tight spaces.
Yeah. Tight spaces. Man,
it's on a plate
for you. Whereas I feel like with Rashford, Garnacho, and it's a smash. It's almost like a shot.
Yeah, it's on a plate.
You know, there's different types of wingers in it. There's Sancho and there's Anthony kind of Garnacho hybrid and Rashford. Whereas there's technical wingers where they know how to just put that perfect weight on the pass. It's like Mahrez. You know Mahrez? Mahrez is similar as well in terms of when he gets an assist, yeah, it's on a perfect weighted like pass for you. It's not like so far away from you, etc. Do you get it? Oh shit! Echo, Deji, echo. Do you know what I'm trying to say, Mandem? Like in that kind of way, like.
I mute him. Yeah, mute him.
He thinks he's funny.
You know what it is? Yeah, this is the thing though. Yeah, because I'm gonna kind of probably more defend Hojlund. The first thing I'm gonna say, yeah, is that he's 20 years of age, and obviously he's coming into this Manchester United team with everyone expects him to be that goal scorer. He's gonna get 20 plus in his first season and all which I can understand why some people would expect that, because we at times we can create chances like we have done yesterday, for example. But also at the same time, it's like, okay, he is 20 years of age. But for me, I'm gonna take a step back and say, right, when I look at him and his profile, right, 6'3", 20 years of age. His hold-up play is actually all right. He can run in behind. He's quite quick. He's got a good strike on him. His heading, I haven't seen too much of, to be fair. That's one area that I want to see him improve on for his size. But when I'm looking at a 20-year-old, right, for what he does and his attributes, I actually think he's very good for a 20-year-old. And I've got to look at his age here and look at strikers who normally peak at the 27 pluses. You look at Suarez's, you look at the Lewandowski's, you look at the Benzema's. Them guys are at their best in their 28s plus. So this guy's got real much age on his side. But when I look at him compared to other 20-year-olds, if we look at maybe you got other players like Benjamin Sesko, you can maybe look at, I'm thinking of people in their like 20s and stuff. Hojlund's got, he's got the basics, he's got the fundamentals, and I really like what I'm seeing. I just think it's a bit like Darwin Núñez last year, whereas yes, they're different ages, but Darwin Núñez this year, he's been improved, he's been better for Liverpool. But I was always saying last year, Darwin Núñez, once he starts scoring goals, he's a problem because he was doing a lot of things. He just weren't putting the ball in the back of the net. He was missing chances. But if Darwin Núñez starts moving like Cavani, which is what I think of him like, he will start scoring goals. And yes, he might miss a few chances, but you've got a goal scorer. With Hojlund, I think he's got the basic fundamentals. He's strong. He can hold it up a little bit. He can run in behind. He's got a good strike on him. I just think, like I said to you, going back to the original point, is the wingers don't suit him. Garnacho, first thing they want to do, right? Him, Antony, and Rashford, their first instinct, right, is to make half a yard to see if they can shoot first. That's their instinct, by the way. I'm not saying they always do that, but Mandem, when you watch them, they get the ball and they'll do the shift. And that's first of all to see if they can get the half a yard to have a shot. If they can't do that, then they need to pass it inside or, you know.
Garnacho's improving though, Ty. I think he's improving on that wing again.
You know what? And he's 19, so he will improve on that. And I'm going to respect that. But what I'm saying is their natural instincts are to get that half a yard. That's the first thing they want to do. Whereas Jadon Sancho is, you know, bounce it. Or, you know, maybe spin it behind, drag it back across the box.
He looks after the ball. He actually looks after the ball.
And also, it suits people like McTominay. Chaos. It's chaos football. Yeah, that's why it suits like McTominay and them.
That little delay for me is hurting Hojlund a bit because I think he makes such that striker movement that he wants it on the one, that by the time it's come in, his run's already done. And then it is the McTominay, like Musa said, arriving late. So I just feel like it's just a timing thing. They're all trying to get used to sort of their movements and them little things because the chances that Hojlund has kind of missed this year, when you look at the game we played Man City last year at Old Trafford, when Garnacho twisted and then turned and then whipped it across and Rashford hit it in, 2-1 goal. They're the type of chances that Hojlund's just not getting on the end of. But that will come. So for me, I'm not feeling pressure with Hojlund. I do think he's here for the long term. And for a 20-year-old striker, I like the basic fundamentals I'm seeing. Like I said, running behind.
Just a quick one as well, Ty, do you know what as well? You know the other thing that man need to consider as well, Ahmad will help Hojlund out. Hojlund out. And I agree. I think what we need to do is, Musa's like, and Ty making brilliant points, we need to run with like we look at 3 up front, it needs to be 2 versus 1 at all times. It's the same in the midfield I spoke about a few weeks ago, we need 2 smart players and we can afford 1 idiot.
This is why I think, Leon, I'll let you come back to it. But you look at Spurs, right? You know, when they, for example, they did have Kane. It was like Kane was the goal scorer. You had Heung-min Son, who's kind of like the Rashford darting behind. But then Rashford, who gives that
balance, man. Yeah, we got all the similar quality.
You have Rashford and Garnacho, and like Leon saying Ahmad, then you've got a bit of that Bernardo sort of technical side over there. You've got Garnacho, Rashford bombing on, and then you've got Hojlund, who just does a bit of everything. Back to you, Leon.
That's what I'm saying. Sorry, before you come in, that's what I'm saying. That like when you've got a 3 in the midfield or a 3 up front, Ten Hag needs to learn, that if you're playing like a Ahmad who's going to look after the ball, if you're going to play a Hojlund that's like obviously holds up and he's not stupid with the ball in that, you can afford one guy like Garnacho who's a bit rash because he will feed off the energy of the other guys and be like, actually, I can't just run it every single time. I need to watch what their man are doing. Same in the midfield. We can't afford 2 idiots in midfield. Can't afford Musa's bang on. You cannot, after yesterday, guys, I'm so sorry, think that playing Scott McTominay and Bruno is going to win us these big games coming up. It's too much of a liability, guys. Like, you're going to have to play Amrabat minor and you can afford the 1 idiot in Bruno. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I say like 1 risky, 2 safe. 1 risky, 2 safe.
Mino can do the 8. If you want to play your 4-3-3, then just put him in an 8. They can play the 8 position, but they also are able to come back and defend and help when need be. And another thing with Garnacho, I think someone just needs to sit him down and make him watch and song at Spurs because he has all the attributes to be able to play the exact same way. And we've seen that in what he's done. He just needs to clean up his game here and there. He's getting much better. He's getting much better.
Yeah, he's getting better, man.
That whip that he put in for the last goal, was it him that whipped it in? You see the technique. You see the technique on that.
Yeah, but he's always had that in his locker, man. Don't you remember that goal? Don't you remember that assist?
Oh, Scott McTominay again. He did it for Scott McTominay last time. Yeah.
He's been doing this, bro.
Yeah. He's got that whip.
Just needs to do it more.
He's still got improved. You know why? He's still got improved because he had bag of chances yesterday. He had about 10 chances. And obviously, I know he's a young player, he's going to thingy, but it will be the test to see over the next few years.
Him and Ahmed would be nice to see. You know what
it is? Can I just say? The only thing is, this comment here, big up to Real Zlatan, we don't have killers in our team, man. That's the only thing that I worry about this United team. Our top goal scorer is McTominay with 5 goals. As much as I love their intensity and their pressing, bro, we ain't got no killers, man.
I think Hojlund's going to be a killer, man. I have a feeling, man. Do you know why? You know the first shot he did on his first shot on target? that left foot whip shot. No one's really trying that kind of shot.
Do you know what it is though,
hopefully-
Rhino?
I don't know. We'll see.
Rhino,
man.
see when you're a killer, you're born with it, you know. Like as much as we were
I
in
hear
denial. See Greenwood.
listen,
Greenwood was a killer. See Greenwood. There was none of that get used to it. Yeah. MG, them man there was killers, man. Finish it off.
But listen, though, obviously, obviously, you see, because you lot are big on that praise and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously,
This guy, you know.
Listen, hold on.
What did he say?
Yo, you're the one where you're the one.
We're big on praise.
Saeed, control him, man. Control him, Saeed.
Listen, Chaps, you're the one.
I didn't even hear that. What did he say?
Chaps is the one wearing the red hat, man. The top red hat.
Yeah, exactly. Top red.
Top red.
I listen. Right, obviously, man. I've seen on the internet, man. Them are calling Scott McTominay, Scott McTominaldo, and all that. Yeah, obviously.
No, relax.
You
know what it is here?
Hold on, wait, hold on. 5 goals in 12 games. What are you, man, really saying about this guy? I don't understand.
Bro, he's limited footballer, man. I'll give him his credit. Don't get me wrong. I'll give him his credit on that, yeah. But bro,
like my mum would say,
level of football, he ain't gonna be involved. He's now what we are now. We had players when we were so shit, yeah, that would be scoring goals as well, you know. There's always some certain players, yeah. No, but it's true. It's true. We had players when we were shit, yeah, that would perform in that team. This is
wait, Saeed. No, you know what? I kind of it's mad because I see what Traps is saying, and the only reason I think this now. Listen, I'm not getting ahead of myself on McTominay because I know what kind of player he is. And the last few games, he was terrible. But one of my Arsenal brethren was always telling me, bro, I'm telling you, if you play McTominay in a certain way, he's going to get you goals. I don't know if maybe Ten Hag's clocked that. Because if you use McTominay in the right way, you might get something out of him. I doubt it, but you never know, bro. You never know.
Do you know what it is?
We're talking about
McTominay, yeah? 5 and 12 or something.
Yeah, Chapter's G. Is he something for the future? Because everyone's getting gas G about Scott McTominay. But I'm saying to Mandem, yeah, when United need to play a next level of football, you can't cater your team around Scott McTominay. You can't.
No. Just a quick one, yeah. Somebody's put in the chat. This is not a bad shout, you know. He's like Thomas Souček. What do we think of that?
Oh my god!
That's bang on still.
I think Toby said
McTominay is not like no. McTominay is not Thomas Souček.
He's finishing like Souček.
Just dip that, man. No, listen. McTominay's got one of the best finishes in the club. Like literally, to strike a ball, one of the best finishes in the club.
No. He's a striker.
But that's about it. That's literally about it. My man, awful is a DM. Awful is the DM, as we know. Goes pretty much 8 times out of 10. He'll show for the ball every now and then. The guy, he's a one-trick pony, in my opinion, and he's lethal at doing it at the moment. So for me, he's got to come off the bench, man. I'll be real.
Off the bench.
Yeah, off the bench is a shout. Off the bench. Last 10 minutes, you bring him on, I'll be all right with that.
Last 10 minutes, grab you goal, put the pressure on. Yeah, all of that.
Oh, sorry, Nate. Carry on. Are you finished? Sorry, bro.
No, yeah, I'm love landing, bro.
I was a little delay, and I just clocked it as a little delay. That's why, so it's cool. What I was going to say on McTominay, for me, I don't like this player. I actually put out, no, I don't like him. It's nothing personal. I put out a tweet yesterday, like, Scott McTominay is the worst footballer that is so effective at scoring goals. I couldn't, it's like you can't put the 2 and 2 together. How I stand, right, and this is what I said to my boys. Yes, I'm happy with McTominay scoring goals, and I appreciate it that he's helping the team win. However, McTominay's goals and his contribution in the final third, for me, is actually affecting us in terms of our overall play and the defensive capabilities. Yes. So am I willing in the long term to accept that McTominay might chip in with a goal here and there?
There you go.
Midfield, we are looking shocking. For me, I'm not willing to accept that. So
no, because we all said yesterday, yeah, with a better team, we lose that 3-2 at home.
Yeah. McTominay can't be in
with them goals.
Listen, guys, I would just like to say, yeah, without Scott McTominay's input this season, we would be 13th right now. But you, man, want me, to sing praises on Amrabat. That's all I'm saying.
One second. Well, let me come in on this. Let me come in on this.
That does not make sense at all.
Let me come in on this. That makes no sense.
That's crazy.
You know why?
That makes no sense, bro.
Yeah, McTominay don't play.
And our midfield would be more better.
Yes, and we've only created more chances. You know what I mean? So yeah, mute yourself.
Mute yourself. So we're doing with hearsay now.
Chaps, man.
Oh,
Tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth and shame the devil, man. Like my mum says, tell the truth and shame the devil.
You know what? Cool. You know what? Yeah. Listen. Yeah.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
You know what? Listen. Like, you know what? I don't mind Scott McTominay. I'll be honest with you. Like, and what he does, he's one of them man that he's got a trade, and he's the trade. That's his trade. That's what he does. You can't get better out of him. You might get worse sometimes, but you know what you're getting with him, and you know how far it's gonna go. Yeah. Like I said, I don't think he's very defensive at all.
But if you don't like Amrabat, there's no way you can like McTominay. It's impossible. It's impossible.
No, but this is what you're not getting twisted. Yeah. I have not seen enough from Amrabat to be going. Listen, you man gassed me about this brother. What I have seen so far, I've been let down. But I feel
so yesterday, so you didn't think he played well yesterday?
No, he played well in the second half, but I feel shortchanged, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I feel shortchanged. I feel like.
Oh, you didn't pay for him though. I borrowed. How can you feel shortchanged? I borrowed you my whip. You didn't pay for it. I borrowed you that.
The way the man
he's on loan.
This guy was going to be doing what he's doing. Is that, for instance?
Oh, Musa.
Is that you, man? Recommending
yeah.
My internet back.
Yo, they G cut it out.
The tunnel's moving mad.
Yo, I want my internet back, fam. I'll be honest.
He wants his internet back.
Yeah.
He said that me and you swapped. He saying I took your internet.
Yo, I'm telling you.
Lady said I took his internet.
Chaps, can I ask you something? Chaps, can I ask you something? If you're giving him McTominay praise, obviously, and you're understanding what he does, I get it. He contributes by scoring goals, but for me, that is it, and it's getting us out of a hole. However, Chaps, would you start McTominay then if you're in your best midfield for Man United if you're picking it?
What now?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm asking
now.
Yeah, would you?
Now.
What, right now?
Yeah, now with all the players we got in midfield.
With the goals that he scored, I'm starting him.
This guy, you know.
Wow.
Starting him.
I thought he was a 9.5. I thought he was a 9.5.
What you know the thing is with Chaps, he's here for the short-term glory. He's not here for the benefit of the team. Like I've got Ten Hag out, because I don't want to see Amrabat in the team. I'm Ten Hag out because I know certain decisions in the team, it's because you know why? He's playing certain players like Rashford. He should not be in the team. McTominay, I get it. For the short term, he's getting us results. But a better team finds out what McTominay is doing. That space exposes him massively. And that's where I don't want United fans to get too excited. This is a little period where...
At the end of the day, look...
Other than scoring goals, he does nothing.
He should be a super sub. He's an ideal super sub.
Do you know what made me laugh, though, Like, I recall, I recall... I don't know if you lot was involved in this, but I recall certain arguments when McFred was McFredding, people are saying that McFred was a great partnership. I remember people saying this shit. I also remember, that when
guy's got stats, you know. What's you got there? You got stats signs.
What I'm trying to say is that people say that I'm here for the long term, this, that, never. My thing is this: if these managers keep coming in and they keep bringing this guy along, and I know last season might say he was close to being out the door or whatever, but he's clearly not close to being out the door because he's out here and he's playing. So my thing is this:
when Fred was here and Fred was playing in that same McTominay role further up, he banged in goals. He arrived late and he got us goals, but he also done more in the game in terms of defensively.
But what I'm trying to say is like, do you remember when last season when Casemiro first came, and I don't know what was going on, but Scott McTominay had running games and he did quite well. And I thought to myself, like, you know what? People just don't like Scott McTominay, and that's fine. You don't just don't like him, But at the end of the day, I see somebody, at the end of the day, he's not the greatest, but he will always try to the best of his ability. That's what I think. Obviously, sometimes he does shy away from the ball, and sometimes the game does get better, but he can't get better than what he is. Do you understand what I'm saying?
He's a number 10, though. He's a number 10, if anything.
That's what I think.
But we're saying he's not elite. But we're saying he's not elite enough as a 10 to be starting for United. That's the problem we have. He's not an 8.
Yeah, but listen, but why not? Have we seen him in the 10? We've seen what he can do, the ability that he has.
So that's the question you got to ask. Then you have to say to yourself: would you rather bench Bruno for McTominay?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it'll be interesting to see when Eriksen comes back in here, what he does with Eriksen as well.
Oh, he's not playing him in the 10. He's not playing him in the 10.
No. He's going to play him. He's going to try play him in the 8, innit? And also Casemiro will come back in January. What does he do with Casemiro as well? So there's a lot of things that I think.
Coming back, bro.
Well, we'll
What do you
find
mean?
out.
I
We'll
think he's
find
done.
out.
I think that's
No, he has to, bro.
I think he's done. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think.
Listen, I just think Eric Ten Hag shouldn't have the right to be dropping players.
Exactly.
I just think because he's gonna spend bare money and then he's not even trusted the players that he spent money on. He needs a director of football to say, listen, you better start playing the best ballers we got on this team and stop playing games with our club because we're here for the long term. We're united. You're here. You're gone. We don't know what's going on. Like you're just like he needs to stop playing games. This benching Varane, Sancho guy missing when we ain't got no wingers. Someone needs to pull it in and be like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on out here? I just don't know how he's getting away with this nonsense when the fact that the players you brought in that could replace these players, you don't even trust them. Yeah, brother. I ain't got time for Eric Ten Hag.
The biggest thing is for me, is that he's got a kick. I think for me, Reguilon at left back, Shaw centre back alongside Maguire, right back. Listen, Dalot did his thing yesterday. I've got to give it him. I don't rate Dalot. You know me, my thoughts on Dalot, but he's going to stick with Dalot, I reckon. For me, Amrabat in there. You keep in whatever you want to keep in that midfield. I don't know if Kobe will come back in, but I would change. But the problem is, this manager loves to change it around when it doesn't need to be changed, and that's where my thing is. And I go to you, Tyrone, is that Rashford now needs to sit on the bench, bro. Like, bro, you know, his cameo. His cameo yesterday was terrible. Did you watch his cameo, by the way?
Awful,
bro. Man is lost. He's a lost soul, bro. He's a lost soul, mate.
You know what? Time out. You know what? He needs time out. And I think it's not just about Rashford, because I want Rashford to do well. I want him to succeed. I know what he's capable of when he's contributing and scoring goals. Performances, I've never always been impressed by Rashford's performances, and he's been here this long now. But I know that when he can give us the output, it does help. But for me, you got Garnacho putting in the effort, putting in the basics, you know. He needs to stay in the team at the moment. And I think what it does is it sets the culture along the squad as well. No one should be entitled. No one should be.
Man's rinsing. We denounce him. Saeed, you got to denounce him.
I feel like
denounce him.
The whole street to land.
Denounce him.
It was typed out already.
That's crazy.
But now, big up. I just feel like the way we are at the moment, like with the manager and the questions, with the squad and the questions and the performances, stuff like this is what needs to happen to try and keep the squad together. You're playing if you're playing well. If you have Rashford still in the squad and starting games, it makes the squad start thinking, why is he even starting Rashford still? Or is he forced to start him? It can cause unrest. So what you need to do is just play players that deserve it. And at the moment, Garnacho deserves it. At the moment, for the team and putting in the hard work and doing the basics is which is what we need. And he's doing that. So Rashford, I'm cool with him being an impact off the bench. The only question I will have is, don't bring him off the bench to play him as a number 9 because he's crap. If you're going to bring him off the bench, bring him on as a left winger, or don't bring him on as a tool, really. So we're going to have loads of games over Christmas. He's going to get his minutes, and I hope that he can find his form. But right now, no, keep him out the side, do what's best for the football team, and let's just keep carrying on the basics. We all said that we're happy with what we saw yesterday, but we're all debating whether we're going to see the same on Saturday. Well, if that team can do that on Wednesday, keep them in for Saturday and see if we can build that momentum. At the end of the day, it's not like we've got loads of things going for us. We need to, it's like I'm a celeb right now. We've got a bit of rice here, we've got a little bit, and we've got to make a meal out of something. So we've got them players out there.
Rashford is a type of player that Chelsea would go for, you know. They like that type of stuff.
Yes, bro.
Now Chelsea up front, number 9, and give it to him all. Chelsea's that type of team.
I want Rashford to
if they came in though, 100 million for Rashford, Chelsea, what you man saying?
Bro,
listen, I'll be real with you, Garnacho, listen, I've been sitting back and I've been watching it, like Garnacho is the new golden boy, bro. Because if you look at all the shirt sales,
you rate him like that, though. I don't.
What I'm trying to say to you is, I'm trying to say commercially wise, he's the new golden boy. He shirt so I think he's like number. Is it not?
You won't sell more than Rashford, though.
No,
you won't sell more.
No, Rashford's up there. I'm talking about in world shirt sales. I think Hojlund's at number 2. I think Garnacho's at number 5 or something.
Really?
So
what? Let me see. Let me find out.
That can't be true. That's mad.
Listen, I seen this the other day.
What's that?
Bicycle kick.
You see, because he's because of his commercial, even his followers, he's on like 11 million followers on Instagram.
Yeah, Argentinian.
See, because of his
he's got some.
You can drop him for Rashford because it's like for like. He's got the commercial value now. You know what I'm saying? So
he has got it.
Yeah, you're right, Traps. You're right. Still,
no, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not.
That's mad.
What is it? Where is that? Where is that?
That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
he's sixth on the list. Rashford's top.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wow, that's mad.
But think about it. Garnacho, not even 2 years ago, was playing in the Youth FA Cup final. You know what I'm saying? And now for him to go from that to that, these man above Ten Hag are sitting there licking their lips saying, "This is the new one, you know. Forget this one.
Oh yeah,
this one's the new one."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So get him out there, get him on the pitch, all bicycle kicks and all the extra shit. I see these hats like, see the Jordan hats like this. They got them in Garnacho bicycle kicks now. Yeah, have you seen that one?
No.
Mad.
no.
That's what.
And you know what it is though? What you're telling facts is that
guy, bro.
if he would have went World Cup, he would have been a World Cup winner. And that's the reality. And this is why they understand that his national team as well has more chance of actually winning trophies. And for him to be even for his commercial pricing to go even more through the roofs. Like England ain't really doing much. Yeah, they got it, but yeah, I think what you're saying makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Listen, trust me, Rashford is not getting dropped for nobody who can't do the commercial team. And Garnacho is probably at this present moment in time Manchester United's most marketable player. Yeah, and that's him, and that's why he's getting dropped. That's why it's okay for Ten Hag to drop him. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Now he comes. You know what it is? We got two wingers in Garnacho and Anthony, where whether we like it or not, they come from those nationalities, innit? They got those sexy badges on, Brazil and Argentina, world football. And if they actually perform on the pitch and then are able to do it internationally, they will always be marketable because they just come from that place where you find, even when you look at Haaland, as good as Haaland's been, he's not even going to the Euros. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
He's just not marketable as players who are half as good as him.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah.
Listen,
facts, 100%. You know, like I said, man, I think with Anthony, he deserves his spot now because he's doing the basics. I thought Anthony's wing play yesterday was better. I know his end product isn't there. There was one play where he could have played.
I hear Diallo's on his way back. Just get me Diallo at my
Bro. But I don't know, man. I don't know if this manager will rate him, man, because, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. I just think for me, this
manager's on his way out.
Listen, if you look,
well, you know, man, if you tell Tyrone that, he'll say the manager's still here, man. He's still ready to fight, and he's still ready to show things and whatnot. Do you get
McTominay's going to get him sacked. Remember I told you, McTominay is going to get him done. Yeah, and Maguire. Maguire's done well, but he's going to get him done.
Hey, listen, you see you, man, listen, all you, man, like, listen, don't get me wrong. I think Ahmad has been disrespected at this club. He got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer out jail a couple times, and obviously he was shipped out to loan and whatnot, But what I just want to know from the likes of Ty, Leon, even Musa, what makes you think that this guy is gonna play this Donny, bro? Because like,
I don't know.
You know why I say that? Let me ask you why I say this. The reason I say that to you is that because this Donny has played about 5 players in every position this season. He doesn't know what his best team is. If you look at the right back position, he's put bare man there. If you look at the number 6 position, he's put bare man there. Even if you look at the right wing, he's put bare man there. He just doesn't know his best position. So I don't think he's going to do it willingly. He's just going to do it out of pure desperation, bro.
Yeah, you know what it is, Musa? Just to add on that quickly, Traps, let me say something. I feel like Ten Hag, what he does is when he gives you that chance and you take it, then he rates you. That's what it seems to be like his normal pattern. Like, he might, like even Palestri, he gave Palestri his little chance. Palestri hasn't really hit it yet, so it's on and off with it. So if Ahmad comes in, I feel like he will let him. There will be a way for him to come in the team.
Do you know what?
He's gonna
find his way back.
I'll keep mine short and sweet. I rate Diallo, and I think that he can give that Bernardo Silva type of flair and that type of player that we miss. But I actually don't think Ten Hag rates him. I feel like when he's played him in pre-season, if you lot have clocked, he's the one that never really like stands out. He never gets the most minutes. I just feel like there's some managers that don't really take to a player. And as much as I want Ahmad to be there, because I feel like he can give us something, I think Ten Hag might look at him and just think, I don't know if you're suited to what I'm trying to do. And I do think even though he's got that low center of gravity and I like that, he is quite lightweight at times. I've watched him and I've been like, oh, Diallo, like, I really want you to do just a little bit more, but it's not working. I just personally don't know if Ten Hag fancies him. And that's just
you have to remember as well, what you have to remember as well, this is a guy that is only at the club at this present moment in time because he got injured, bro. So
let's see, man, but I'm not optimistic. I'm with Traps.
No, I don't know, man. He picks a new 11 every week, like my man said there. He's not lying.
Bro,
every
week
he's got a new 11.
But you say that, but especially now, Anthony dropping a little nutmeg on.
Listen, the fan base is going to be. Listen, I'm giving you 2 more games. 2 more games, and the fan base is on Anthony. 2 more games, because we're gonna realize, Mandem, that running around is the bare minimum. We need quality at the end of it. And once he's run around for 2 games with no quality, we're gonna say, what the heck is going on, bro?
You know,
where's the quality?
This is why I said to Ty, yeah, and I said it to people that don't get too giddy. You know, this little running around, yeah, it's all for the cameras. Watch in a couple of games, yeah, and we get sticky. They're back.
Well, instinct kicks in. Sorry, we said instinct kicks in.
This is all over the facade, man.
Hold on, listen. Yeah, this is what I'm trying. So wait, what you're saying yesterday? Well, Anthony's performance was all this running around that he was doing.
I think he was all right yesterday. I can't lie.
What I'm saying is, yeah.
Wait till a few games.
No, I'm just saying, yeah, wait till a few games.
I think what Saïd's saying is that we lost to Newcastle and got popped, so he expected everyone to bounce back and run around. But Saïd's saying, well, if we beat Bournemouth, then okay, let's see against Bayern and Liverpool, they're really still doing it. Like, I get what you're kind of saying.
Yeah.
By the way, Mandem, yeah.
Right, though. The bare minimum is to run around. It's the bare minimum.
Because if Anthony runs around at Bournemouth and we don't do it, and he brings on Rashford and Rashford scores, Anthony's benched. Rashford started. That's the end of it. It's finished. Forget all about it. That's done now. Yeah, that's how it goes. If he runs around, nothing happens. He brings Rashford on. Once that kid gets the goal, Garnacho staying on the left, Anthony will get benched. Rashford will be back on the right. That's it. It's finished.
By the way, Mandem, yeah, a quick one. By the way, is Neji just tried to send for man in the comments? Did you read that, Saïd? Did you try to send?
No, what's he said?
He said more waffle in the live chat than on the live stream. Have I read that right? Is man trying to?
1 second.
I think
he's getting smoked after this.
I think he's going for the comments. I think he's in the comments.
All right, okay.
Yeah, he's gassing the comments.
Neji, if you're watching, I'm not the one, Neji. If you're watching, I'm not the one.
And you see,
the moderator.
No, it's the other way around. He said more waffle in the comments than the live stream.
Yeah,
okay, just checking.
Yeah, you see
what did Anthony do? Did enough going forward. Yeah. Now, but the thing is, what? No, but before you go, Traps here, the reason why I can't rate Anthony is the Thiago Silva thing right there as well. Man nutmegged him, but then still didn't go past him. Thiago Silva still came back and got the ball.
Thiago Silva's 38 or something. How old is he?
Still go back to.
Do you know what? Yeah, listen. All I'm saying to you lot is this: is I just want 3 games from now, we're going to start a dialogue because I'm not happy with this. You know, I am not happy with this. I've eased up of all of these man. You know, man like Anthony, I've eased up of him. You know why? Because agendas must agenda. Yeah, cool. So now you man are quick to jump down Anthony's neck. You know, look at the energy you lot have got for Anthony. Yeah, and anyways, I'm not even dragging it back. But all I'm saying is 3 games now. Yeah, I want that for everyone. I want to see that for everyone.
We have to be careful not to be too reactionary.
Listen, I'm not. You see why I told you about Ten Hag, yeah, and why I don't trust him. It's like, you know, when you got your sibling. Here comes the analogy, and he's cutting to play. He's cutting to play on your PlayStation, and you don't want him to play. So you just put it on easy mode for 1 game, so you can get the win, and then you take it off him and get back to business. That's what's going to happen to us. This is just easy mode right now. We went there, done the basics. The reality is coming for us, Mandem. The reality, he's put us in easy mode. And we're all gassed. We're the sibling. That's what we're all laughing. Yeah, we got in, we scored. Blah, blah. We're the sibling I'm talking about. We're about to get passed onto the real deal and get dealt with.
What you saying, Moose? He turns up the difficulty and you get smoked. You're like, yeah, ready.
Listen, you know what he used to do? It's even worse than that. You know, remember when you used to pull it? Remember when you used to pull it like let the computer play and he didn't know he weren't playing? He thinks he's playing, but it's just
There's computer wiring me. I don't mean the wiring for me. I was like, yo,
don't put the wiring. No wiring, and he thinks he's scoring goals, and it's all autopilot. That's us lot. We think we banged up a big. We think we smacked up a big like top 6 team. It's Chelsea in 10th.
But they're not top 6. Yeah, they're top 10. Exactly.
It's Chelsea in 10th.
Top 10.
Yeah. That's who we beat.
Yeah, but this is my point though. It's like I don't understand it. Like how do we like? I have sat there and I have watched Chelsea so many times this season, yeah. And I thought even yesterday I was speaking to myself, blood, yeah. This Enzo Fernandez hype thing, yeah, that these man really putting man on, yeah. But
shocking.
man there is Enzonzi, bro. Yeah, even Enzonzi right now, bro.
Now Enzonzi could ball.
Even Caicedo was looking a bit suspect yesterday, man. And Musa
I think
was saying,
Enzo's been better though, Saeed. I think Enzo's had better quality moments.
Caicedo's not dead.
Yes.
Caicedo's been bad as well.
Listen, Enzo and Enzonzi are the same player, bro. Yeah, I'll tell you that now. They paid 100 about for Enzonzi, bro. They both got World Cups, yeah, and they're both rubbish.
Enzonzi was quality, man.
Enzonzi was alright.
Enzonzi can play. That's what I'm saying. Enzonzi can ball, man. Come on.
Yeah, Enzonzi can ball.
Traps. I bet you'd rather have McTominay than Caicedo, wouldn't you?
Well, this was a moment in time.
Oh, you don't, fam. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not on this. I'm not on this temporary stuff. I'm on this permanent.
By the way, Mandem, last 10 minutes, yeah. Last 10 minutes of the show, yeah. What I'm hearing is that Jim Ratcliffe is not happening for another 8 weeks.
Oh yeah, I see that. I see that. Yeah.
Bro, listen. If somehow, some way this don't happen, yeah.
I don't think,
bro, this could be the biggest finesse job. Is it really happening, bro?
The question I ask you lot is this: would you prefer to just have the Glazer ownership without Jim Ratcliffe and continue as B until something changes as a whole, or let him come in with his 25%? Like no Qatar, just continue as we're going with Glazer, maybe change and do the changes ourselves without Sir Jim. So bring in a new director of football, bring in, just do the changes on our own. Because I'm saying this.
The full takeover.
You know what? I've got a theory. I've got a theory, yeah. I think this is just to make sure that Qatar, like, yo, listen, the bid's still there. You know, if you want to bid, if you want to do something, something's around the corner. Because how can it take this long? I get it. It's a big institution. Man United, but them man are even haggling.
But listen, Saeed, what I realize that Qatar is out of the game, though. Let me tell you something. This is not a political show. Qatar's out here flipping, negotiating the release of hostages in a war taking place. This is what their government are doing. They're on big levels. Like football's gone out the window. Like these men are out here getting hostages released. Like all the hostages we've seen released on both sides and what's been taking place in Palestine, it's all been going through Qatar. So that's the levels they're on. So they're not getting played by these lot.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know nothing about Qatar or what's going on, but I'm telling you this now. Yeah, there's something seriously stinky about this whole situation, bro. I'm telling you this now, yeah, because like I told you in the group chat, bro, there's whole clubs being taken over. There's whole clubs being taken over in less time than this. Yeah, this has been ongoing for God knows how long, and we have not we've not actually even seen anything official from the Man United. I don't know. Because
my thing is this though, Traps.
Doing this or Jim will be doing that. I ain't had nothing.
Yeah, but my thing is this, Traps. Everything Sir Jim wants to do, the Glazers are thinking to themselves, they've got the most expensive squad in world football in terms of the amount of money they spent, and they didn't have this 25% investment. They've done that on their own. They've spent the money bad, but they've done that on their own. So everything he wants to implement, they might look at the blueprint and say, thanks for that. But we don't want your 25%.
That's what I think. I feel like what you might see is you might see the CEO come in, this John Blanc, whatever his name, come in. You might see a director of football come in, and you might see that. Oh, you might see that yellow ribbon going across Sky Sports. Jim Ratcliffe deal off, collapse, blah 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 blah.
Oh, Fabrizio Romano, Fabrizio Romano, even he said next week. He said it next week, you know, and he's not a person who says that normally often. He don't really.
Here's the thing, yeah. Billionaires have a lot of little deals and all sorts of things like that going on behind the scenes that we have no idea about. We're kept well below and well out of the way of them conversations. If you look at boxing as a whole, boxing's run like have you heard the Daniel Kinahan story, the guy that was funded? I don't know if you've heard all of that thing,
Yeah.
Look at boxing as a whole, my fear is in that particular sport, the money is being passed around, but it's different figureheads put in place for that money. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So that I could have billions of pounds of dodgy money, and I could put this pawn in place who sets up this company, which got nothing to do with me, but it is my money. You get where I'm coming from. So I think that the Jim Ratcliffe and the Glazers have probably schemed something behind the scenes to do with, because the thing that we're evident with the Glazers is they drag everything out as long as it possibly can take to get the most out of something. So they could be just doing this to raise stocks in certain companies to then dash it. Do you know what I mean? So I don't trust any of this. I don't trust any of it.
Same,
Jim
man.
Radcliffe is in bed with the Glazers, so I don't trust any.
Because we've heard a couple times as well that it's not the Ineos money; it's from Sir Jim Radcliffe's own wealth that he's going to be doing this from.
Yeah,
So then it's like.
It's other people he's got to put money in.
Ineos
Ineos is a dirty company anyway, if you read up on it. It's terrible.
It's a dirty company, man. Greenwashing.
Yeah.
Greenwashing, man.
You see that 245 million he spent? Did that actually come? Did that come to fruition? Was that in? Is that in?
What?
Nothing.
What do you mean 255 million? What do you mean?
Did you see that thing about Jim Ratcliffe meant to invest in 245 million of his own
Yeah,
money?
I see that.
Where did that? Did that come in? Did it come in? Where did it go?
Listen, we haven't even heard the club mention Jim Radcliffe in terms of anything happening.
There you go.
We haven't heard that. We've heard a lot of people talking around it, but if you was to go to the club now, they'll say, we ain't mentioned him. That's you, man.
Yeah, exactly. And Ten Hag, yeah, he's moving like a bit of a politician in this, you know. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I told you, the whole top earners being benched off and sold.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say earlier. The Varane, Sancho's, Ronaldo's, all of that stuff.
And you know what? If that actually comes to the truth, yeah, what you man saying? Are you man backing this politician, blood? Are you man backing him?
Bro,
if it's for the greater good of the club.
I've got some theories about Ten Hag anyway, man. I've got some theories about Ten Hag anyway, and about his little scheme that he's going on with Man United, man. His little company that he's got, man, where he's got Amrabat and all these man to his agency and that. So I don't know, but I'm on Ten Hag watch for that one. I can't lie to you, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's true.
I'm telling you now, every one of them, every one of them, man, Van der Gag, Fletcher, the lot,
all part of it.
Need investigating, all of them.
Conspiracy.
Listen, do you know why? You know why though? Man United is the drunk uncle that just keeps on giving out notes and he doesn't know where it's going. He's that uncle just, that. He's the drunk uncle. So the man then when they go there like, oi, my man's coming over today. You know what? Uncle? Yeah, my man. You know you're in. Stick by him.
But you know what's mad though, Mandem, yeah? What's mad is that there's not going to be no silence in January, so it's going to have to be what we've got right now. That's what Ten Hag has said in a press conference. You know what I mean? We're linked with all these players, but bro, that's it. We're only going to be selling. So whoever we sell in January, that's it, man. To be honest with you, I don't want to get anyone because I know this manager is gonna get us some next Sabitzer or the next Venkos and the next whoever. Like, you know what I mean? So I reckon we stay away from these transfers, especially while Ten Hag is overseeing them as well. Yeah, if it's someone else,
need one.
Someone in the chat just said, that basically Van der Gag was putting up in a Lambo. You know when the assistant manager's putting up in a Lamborghini, there's some kind of Ponzi scheme going on.
Bro, man, I living wealthy, you know. Man, I living wealthy.
So you mentioned January, yeah. Obviously, like if we go back to January last year, and obviously we got the famous Weghorst in on a little cheap deal in that year. We need a centre back, and we're struggling. Yeah, who do you think that we could get in for a cheap deal? What do you reckon? $1 million or $2 million? What do you reckon?
I think we should be taking advantage. I think we should be taking advantage of the Saudi league, man, because them players are available for loan.
Oh,
yeah. We should be taking advantage of. Yeah, we shouldn't just let. And there's bare ballers that went over there early that can still do a job.
Yeah. By the way, last comment here before we wrap up. Eric Ten Hag says no regrets on the decision to Jadon Sancho. No, I wouldn't act differently. He told United we stand.
Free Sancho.
Listen, listen.
Free Sancho, man.
Yeah, there you go, man. There you go.
Free my guy, bro.
But listen, people, Benzema on loan. What are you saying?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Bye. Anyone alone?
I'll take Benzema and Hojlund.
Benzema on loan, man. Benzema and Hojlund. Come on, let him learn.
Man saying Benzema, man, we'll end up with my man, Mitrovic.
I'll take
Mitrovic right now. Are you mad? I'll take Mitrovic. Are you mad? I would take Mitrovic. He's a bad boy striker, man. He's get goals, man, in this team. You know what I'm trying to say? So it is what it is, man.
Traps. You want McTominay up front with Hojlund, don't you? Come on, man. Come off it now.
Benzema's going to be 36, Mandem. You know, that's nuts.
Yeah,
bring him. So is Lewandowski.
Do you know what I want? I want to see Kante loaned. I want to see Kante loaned with Amrabat in the middle of the park. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see.
Listen, we're going to end on here. Listen, we're going to end on here, man. People, it's been a good show, man. Mandem talk. Guys, I don't know how many likes we're on, But if we're not hit at least over 500, that's a disgrace.
Just
You
over
get me? You
500.
might
Past
be moving like mad.
Yeah, 506.
Yeah, we passed that. Yeah. All right. Say no more, people. Make sure you hit the like button. Traps, big up, man. Let them know where you can find you, man.
Yeah, right here.
There you go.
Big up everyone.
There you go, people.
Yeah. And yeah, I'll stand by it and I'll guarantee it all day, every day. Eve out. Scammer back will be scammer back. Big up the man.
big up, man. Tyrone, big up to you, man. Always love. Come on, my guy.
Big up, man. You know what time it is, man. Big up the whole panel as always. Big up everyone in the comments, man. Thank you for making it a good show as always. Hopefully go and watch some football now. And you know where we are. Never a Foul, generic channel, Trafford Tunnel, Man United channel. And then, yeah, man. Big up everyone that's watching and everyone in the panel, man. Hold tight.
Come on, man. Come on. Unleash Leon. Big up to you, man. Always love, man. Big up.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you having me on again, man. Unleash Sports, where you can find me. We'll be live tomorrow doing a few bits, and I've got some pre-records coming out as well. But big up all the Mandem, Musa, Rhino, Traps, Ty, and obviously Saeed and Traps. Yeah, I want to know what you're going to be saying if Amrabat plays well later this season. So I want to know what your energy is going to be.
Do you know what? You lot always said. You know what? Yeah, I'm sick and tired of this now. Yeah, all you man, you want to know what when Ten Hag does better. You want to know what's going to happen. Let them go do it. Let them go do it. Let them go do it. Then you will see. Then you will see. Because you know what? Yeah, listen, I just want everyone to know as well, yeah. You see, if they prove me wrong, I still support the club, you know. I love the club. So fair enough, I'm wrong. Shame's on me, eggs on my face. Go do your thing. But right now, I'm in control right now, yeah? I'm in control. These men are not performing, yeah? I
am the captain.
Yeah, I control the narrative.
I am the captain.
Until they can overturn it. That's what I'm saying.
Come on.
So, yeah.
Come on. Yeah, big up, man. Big up, man. Make sure you follow Unleash Sports. Rhino, come on, man.
Yeah.
Pleasure as always, man.
Yeah, come on. It's always a pleasure, man. You know the Mandem talk is very anticipated during the week. You feel me? But big up the chat. You guys make sure you're liking the video on the way out. Big up the panel as always. You know the Mandem talk. It's all love, all respects. And listen, Amrabat's gonna pull through. You know, big up my guy Hojlund as well. But yeah, Rhino MGTV YouTube. Yes, love Saeed, man. And you lot like the video, man. Like the video. Big up the Mandem.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Just what I don't understand. Why do so many of you lot come in here and do not like this video? What is your lot's problem with like
no, man. We got ups, man. We got ups in here. I don't know, man.
What you say? You just come to spy? Is that you just come to spy?
Crazy.
Is that where they've come?
Like purposely not liking the videos. I'm nuts.
Yeah, you lot are bang out of order, man.
Crazy.
You lot are bang out of order.
Man. Yeah, man. Like the video, man. I'm also big up, man. Come on, man. What you got coming
up? We got working. We're just working towards the end of the year. We've got a couple campaigns. I think once they go live, I'll most probably shout it out. Maybe they might go live next week. And that's it, man. We're busy. We're living in difficult times, man. Just want to say free Palestine. And yeah, man, people just keep your head up because we're living in strange times, my people. Like every time I come on this show, it's kind of a release to just get out of the scenes that we're seeing. And it's difficult, like, man, then we're living in 2023 and like we're seeing children just being like killed like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Whether we understand what's going on, what it doesn't, but anyone who's got kids or siblings or anything, it's a lot to deal with. You know what I mean? So I think shows like this are important because people are watching this worldwide. You know what I'm saying? And this kind of gives people an out of the reality for a minute to just concentrate on something other than what life is really serving up. And I feel like it's even more than that. I feel like sometimes we forget because I come across a lot of people in the street and always big up the show. And a lot of people always talk about what this show does for them as well in times of difficulty. Some people have just lost their parents, like a mum or a dad or a brother, and they come on this and it makes them just forget for that hour. You know what I mean? So I think big up all the Mandem, big up everyone that watches and takes part. Big up all the Mandem who don't like, but still get the therapy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just love. It's love.
Yo, man, big up for that. Big up for that.
Yeah, big up.
Yeah.
Big up.
And also, anyone, if you need to talk, you got anything you need to get off your chest, come and find us on the socials. Just give us a message. We'll get back.
Yeah. Fact. Definitely, man.
Definitely,
big up, man. A couple of people I met yesterday at the game from Australia, America, and that. So big up to you, like that I seen yesterday. And yeah, man, big up, man. We'll be back next week after the Bayern game. So next week we play on Tuesday. We're back on Wednesday after the Bayern game. It could be Europa League or the last 16. We gonna find out.
Oh,
We gonna
get
find
out.
out.
Might be nothing.
Yeah, or we're out. Or we're out. Or we're out completely.
God.
But it could be a
Absolutely,
peak Mandem talk next week. So we're out. Peace.
Hey,
Take
them
care.
first day that's gonna be cold.